Welcome to TJ's podcast.
Hey, talking about things and doing. That's what it is. Talking about doing. It's my buddy Riggins.
Hey, good morning.
Riggins, what do you know about Fat Beach Day?
Not much.
You haven't heard of this?
Matter of fact, not a thing.
Fat Beach Day. They had one Saturday in New York for great big fat people.
All right.
Now, I don't understand. Well, first of all, let's read at it and see exactly what. I mean, you think it's pretty self-explanatory. Fat Beach Day. It says that the Fat Beach Day events are springing up across the U.S. in an effort to fight back against fat phobia, reclaim safe spaces for the community, and honor plus-size culture. This was the story Saturday. So today, one of these celebrations is being held to coincide with Pride Month. What does that have to do with your sexual preference?
No idea.
Why do obese people get thrown into the pride group? What?
Oh, there's a fat person. They must be gay?
Yeah, evidently. Say, we'll take anybody we can call marginalized. So it was at Jacob Riis Beach in New York, a location deeply ensconced in the city's activism space.
Oh.
Isn't the entire city of New York activism space?
Yeah. But this is like the epicenter of activism.
We're going through something culturally that is impacting us every day, and on an individual level and a systemic level. See, there's one of the buzzwords for that, systemic, said Jordan Underwood, the event organizer.
Sounds huge.
Great big fat gay man.
Jordan Underwood. Sounds enormous.
And they refer to him or her as they in the story, but since that's not grammatically correct, I'll just pick he, because Jordan is a name that could go either way, and I'll just say he. So we're going through something culturally that is impacting us every day on an individual level and a systemic level. We're really trying to open up a space for people to be themselves. Somebody should ask Jordan, okay, define systemic level? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I would like to know.
And then also, what are you talking about when you say a space for people to be themselves? Where can they not be themselves? Who is keeping them from being themselves? That's another question. Who is it that's blocking this person from being themselves? Or himself?
They must feel like they're really getting beat up every single day. You know what I'm saying?
But by whom? And when did it happen? And, all of this. Underwood, a plus-size model. So you're right, Riggins, okay. Huge. A plus-size model, artist, and activist described being bullied for his weight as far back as middle school. Okay, that's not right.
No, not at all.
Consistent hate, cruelty, and harmful rhetoric from fellow students led to setting up a blog when he was 12, which became a place where they documented. Okay, let's switch it to her in this one, so we're covering both. Consistent hate, cruelty, and harmful rhetoric from students led to her setting up a blog at 12 years old, which became a place where she documented her experiences and made sense of what she was going through. Fat activism is what they call it. So does this mean at this beach that you have to be really fat to go that day, or is it just...
Sounds like it.
But there's a picture. Oh, wait, this is a picture of Jordan. Oh, I didn't realize this. I thought it was just a stock picture, but the caption says that this is Jordan. And, the beach looks disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not the Hamptons, I don't know about beaches in New York. Like, I get a picture of the harbor or the bay or whatever. Okay. Butt naked?
No, there's a swimsuit.
Oh, is there a swimsuit? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a tattoo or something. All right.
But let's see, what does the caption read? Hold on. It says Jordan Underwood at Jacob Reese Beach. Okay, so that's the beach. That's Jordan laid out. And yeah. Now there are skinny people around Jordan, and nobody is doing anything to bully or any of that kind of stuff. He's just lying there on the dirty, gross-looking brown sand.
New York Beach.
Tatted up.
Yeah. So that was a safe space where they could go and be free and be who they really are. Is what they're saying.
But I am a fat person. I never go anywhere where people are making fun of passersby and threatening me or any other fat people that I may know.
Hey, fat.
So
you're dead. I don't know. They must feel, I don't know. Marginalized in every place they go. But it might be.
But it doesn't make it true.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, when you start assuming that they're looking at me because I'm fat. I'm like, no, they're looking at you because you got horrible tattoos all over you.
And they're probably looking at you because you say, look at me, I'm fat.
Well,
you don't call yourself a fat activist if you don't want people looking at you being fat.
Right.
I don't get it.
I didn't get it at the beginning of that story. It said in fat culture. I'm like, that's a culture?
Yeah. Community.
Fat culture?
It's a culture and a community.
What's the culture about being fat?
Well, because you can sit and look and say how the whole country is against you because the seats aren't big enough at public places. The aisles aren't big enough on a plane. There aren't enough scooters at the grocery store for you to ride around on. If there's anything where you can be a victim of something, that's the community. That's the culture.
Yeah, you can't go to any beach and people sit there and point at somebody who's fat. Nobody's looking for you.
No.
That doesn't happen. I mean, maybe it does. I've just never seen it.
And if you can't hear it, like we were talking about earlier on the regular old show, if you can't hear it, is it bullying? If
it's unkind,
right?
But you're right. Is it bullying?
Because you can't control what people are thinking and saying to other people.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
No matter how nasty it may be.
Yeah.
Just like declaring, like in these workout places, declaring it's a judgment-free zone. You can't decide that. And you don't know how somebody's judging somebody else, especially if they're not saying it.
Yeah, it's an incredible waste of time spending your life trying to change what people are thinking about you.
Yeah,
trying to influence the way people think about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's no life.
But people who are beautiful, who are smart, who are all these other wonderful qualities, they're still getting judged by people.
Sure.
You going to tell me the group of people in the fat acceptance community, they're not judging other people? Saying, look at her, she's a a bitch because of da. When that person that they're talking about could be the sweetest person that never think a negative thought about her, the big one. You know?
Yeah. Did a lot of people show up to this? Because that was just one person.
I don't know.
I mean, is that like a big movement now?
Fat acceptance, that is, and then being, I think it's on its way to becoming an accepted disability.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if you suggest that somebody exercise and eat less or eat better foods and all that, then you're not accepting them as a person. You're not accepting their truth and all of this stuff. So you're fat phobic.
Fat phobic, man.
But some of the most critical people of obesity are fat people themselves.
They're the most critical?
Yeah, I've known a lot of fat people who make fun of people for being fat.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's bullying.
to
Consider that bullying.
to make fun of somebody in your own marginalized community.
Yeah.
I think as long as they can hear it, it's bullying now. If you're going to count words as bullying, then if somebody can hear what nasty thing you're saying about them, then that counts.
Yeah. When I hear somebody's, when they describe themselves as an artist and an activist,
Yeah.
it's like, you're just a pain in the ass. Like, that's the most obnoxious way to describe yourself. I'm both an artist and an activist. Okay.
And if you're fat and somebody takes a picture of you posing and you put it out on social media or whatever, then are you a plus size model at that point?
Yes. You need a contract. Hey, y'all. Here at James Reese Beach. Starting my modeling career.
Yeah, so being a plus size model myself, that's my truth. Speaking my truth.
You should put that in your bio on Instagram. Change up your plus size model.
I am going to put artist and conservative activist.
Yeah. Podcast, plus size podcaster.
Welcome to the Plus Size Podcast.
Yeah.
All right, we got some wonderful audio to play for you. Not just to laugh, but to get you thinking. Coming up next.
TJ's Podcast.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, richer people have credit card bills, and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money. And it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Back to TJ's Podcast.
Big time, big time. I saw this article, I think it was this morning or yesterday morning, where it's saying one of the trendy workout routines now that's coming up the pike is where trainers are making people do movements like animals.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they wrote this story like this is such a groundbreaking thing. It's a new age deal. But it's not. I mean, people have been doing, like football players and all, have done bear crawls forever as one of their exercises. And I don't know if they still do it much anymore, but that's an old exercise, as well as the crab walk. That's something. So it's like these things get labeled as brand new and innovative and all of that, and either they've been around for a long time, or I started something a long, long time ago, and now people are thinking that they've discovered something that's brand new. Like this young woman who is sitting in traffic. She's stuck, I guess, on the interstate. And here is what she thinks about what's going on.
My favorite conspiracy theory is that there are people hired by the government to cause rush hour traffic, and it's funded by big oil and SSRI distributors, because what else are you doing in traffic other than burning gas and being miserable? That's my favorite because I just made it up.
Now, the only thing different in what I've always said, that there are people that will do something to cause a traffic backup. So people will go into the carpool lane. I don't blame that on big oil or whatever else she said. I blame it on the government, that it's a way for the government to make money.
The SSRIs is like antidepressants.
Yeah, okay.
Which, you know what, the government probably is in bed with the SSRI distributors.
Well, maybe, but I don't put that on the, purposely causing traffic jams and stuff. But in our situation here in North Carolina, in the Charlotte area, the carpool lane is, I believe, is a partnership between a private company and the state government.
I believe that's correct.
So it makes much more sense to think that people go out on the interstate, which is, isn't it like, maybe, is it 2 or 3 lanes? I think it's 2 lanes and then the carpool lane, the HOV lane.
Yeah.
But if you had people who could go out and then slow down really fast and cause a backup, that would make people get into the carpool lane, which costs various amounts. If the traffic is really bad, it costs more. If there's not much traffic on the road, it costs just a little bit. So sometimes for you to go from exit to exit could cost you over $5 if the traffic is bad enough. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't have anything to do with oil. I think that they're doing that because the government and the company that owns the carpool lane will make money from it.
Sure. It makes sense. It's not ridiculous to believe that.
But if that were true, though, wouldn't that be a cool job? What do you do for a living? I cause traffic jams, or I can't tell you.
Yeah, I think it's probably that. I can't tell you, because it's probably one guy that they're like, hey, low level employee, we're gonna give you a promotion. Here's what we want you to do. Bing, bing, bing. Keep it on the low. Just say you work for the Department of Transportation or whatever it is, road safety.
But it would have to be 2 of them, right, to block each lane.
Maybe.
To slow it down.
Maybe. Or you just hold up the left lane so much, and
yeah,
it would be crazy. That would be the biggest, expose ever. We found out that the government was causing traffic jams.
I know, right? Crazy.
And she did seem depressed. I get it. When you're sitting in traffic and all you want to do is go home, there's no price I wouldn't pay to get in those toll lanes. Mm-hmm. And they know that. They're
right.
Like, how bad do you want to go home?
That's why they jack them up like that.
Sure. Do you want to pay $6 to get home 10 minutes earlier? Some days, yeah, you do. It's worth it.
But if you have a commute from the suburbs into the city every day and you're going both ways, that could eat you up if you get in that lane.
Oh, yeah.
Eat you up. And then there is a nail tech who says that she can tell you your personality by whatever color that you choose to have on your nails. And one of the classic colors is called Cajun Shrimp, and it's an OPI color. That's the name of the brand of nail polish, OPI, Cajun Shrimp. And it's the color of boiled shrimp. That's why it's called Cajun shrimp. It's like a pinkish, reddish, orangish, more pink though. And this is what she said. Now, this is a woman she's in her car, right? In the video. She's got on a trucker-looking hat. She looks in her mid-20s, maybe.
Yeah.
Already got those lips puffed up like basketballs. Just giving you the mental image, not necessarily making fun of her or anything like that. But here's what she had to say, and then I'll tell you what she really says. I'll translate it for you.
As a licensed nail tech, if you are wearing OPI's Cajun shrimp year-round, here are the things I know about you for sure. You are fun, beyond fun. You are the absolute life of the party. You are shotgunning a Schlitz and you don't care who sees you. You are absolutely traveling and going all over the country, all over the world to tropical beaches, but you also don't care if you're going to Myrtle Beach. That Cajun shrimp is going to be popping and you are going out to the bar at night wearing the cutest dress that you have ever found. You are a Leo, you are a Sagittarius, you love to be bright, bubbly, and bring the life to the party. Am I right?
Okay. Translation, women who wear OPI year-round are rednecks.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I think that's exactly what she's saying. You can, you have fun, shotgunning a Schlitz.
Yeah.
Going to Myrtle Beach.
You're wild and crazy.
Yeah.
You're a redneck.
Uh-huh.
That's what that is.
Yeah. That was a very complimentary way to call a lot of her customer base rednecks.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't think about that. Yeah, shotgunning a Schlitz. That's next level.
Mm-hmm. And I know and have grown up with a lot of redneck people. I've never seen a woman shotgun a Schlitz. So she's saying that as an alliteration for the comedic value of it in her short monologue. But because she didn't want to just come out and say you're a wild redneck.
Yeah.
If you're wearing Cajun shrimp year round.
It's not flattering. No one's going to want to hear that.
No. Bless her heart. She has no idea a can of worms she just opened with her Cajun shrimp nails.
I figured you'd like that. You know a lot about nail colors and things like that.
Yeah, and Cajun shrimp is not usually a year-round color.
Is it not?
It's more of a spring and summer. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But you do see it a lot. I mean, it's probably one of the most popular colors of all time of nail polish. And they discontinued it for a while and then brought it back.
Does Jody wear fake nails?
No.
But she gets manicures and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, are her nails, when you see them, are those real nails?
Mm-hmm.
They are real. Okay.
Yeah.
I was getting confused because my mom says she's got real nails. I'm like, but they're longer. They're not longer. They're just extended. She goes, no, these are my real nails. And then she says what she gets done to them. I'm like, well then, I have a hard time having never had a manicure like that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But no, Jody's are like when the polish comes off of them, it's just her nail.
It looks like a nail.
Yeah. There's no acrylic overlay or anything like that on it. It's just her nails.
Oh, it's dipped. Okay, I don't know. What is that? What are you doing? What does that mean?
I thought dipped was the polish, like a way to put the polish on there. Or is it dipping it in giving a layer of acrylic over the top of it to make it stronger or something? I don't know. I don't know. But Jody's never had any type of acrylic overlays or fake nails or any of that. Just polish. Yeah.
Are her nails longer?
No. No. But I mean, they're not short.
Yeah.
But she doesn't like long nails.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I think it's kind of sexy.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of guys do.
Not crazy long, but a little bit of length.
It creeps me out though if I'm watching cooking videos that are focused just on the hands and they got those long ass.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I don't know how you do anything with those things.
No. Because you getting food underneath those things and all when you're squishing up ground beef.
Sure.
Ugh.
You gotta chunk of raw ground beef under your nails. It's disgusting. What's that smell? Ugh. You got beef in your nails.
So you like long red nails?
I don't know that I have a preference in color, but I know the Kardashians. There's one of, I think it was Khloe. She had these crazy long. I'm like, that's too much.
Yeah.
But I don't mind a little bit of length on them. I find it very feminine.
But a lot of women can have long nails and no fakeness to them at all. Just that's their nails. They can grow out long like that. Yeah.
I bite my nails. I'm bad about that.
Yeah, I have to cut mine probably twice a week. Because if I ever see any white on the ends of them start to develop, I cut it off.
I know. I think you're going too short. You don't get any white on your nail?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I don't want that. But,
is that too much?
But you said you bite yours?
I don't bite the actual nail. I bite the corner, like where the nail meets the skin. I kind of do that sometimes.
That's what they do when you get a manicure.
What?
The nail tech bites that off.
they chomp it off. So if you don't mind, I wouldn't even question it. That's not good, but okay, well,
do what
better than I do. Yeah.
All right, we got more coming up. Hang on. More of TJ's podcast is coming up.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Welcome back, world, to TJ's podcast.
So every day now we're getting new little tidbits of information about this budding relationship from these two crazy kids. Bill Belichick, 72-year-old Bill Belichick, former coach of the New England Patriots, and his, up until yesterday, I guess, she was reported to be 24, and then Page Six did a story and called her 23, his 23-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, I've seen on TMZ and stuff, they always say she's 23.
Really?
I figured when we talked about this story briefly during the Ace and TJ show, I said, she's 23 years old. Ace quickly said, 24. As if that's, oh, I didn't realize she's 24. Then it's totally normal that he's 64. And she's 24.
He's 72.
72. Oh, you're right. It's not weird anymore. 23, creepy. 24, totally fine.
I think that he's 70.
Yeah, I think that's right. 72, 73.
Yeah, you get to a certain point and go, what does it matter?
We're splitting hairs. It's weird. That's what it is. It's just odd.
Yeah, he's 72.
72, she's 23. Give me a break.
So you said all this time, Riggins, didn't you say that you thought he was the one that looked the more ridiculous in the situation rather than her looking ridiculous?
Maybe I did, but my opinion's changed.
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
I would say she looks ridiculous.
And we found out that her ex-boyfriend is also an old man.
In his 70s, I believe, or late 60s.
So she seems to just only like old men.
Yeah. Not older men, old men.
Old men, yeah.
That's a fair assessment. They're old men.
Well, I'm 55, and I consider myself to be an old man. Well, I mean, especially if I were to be dating a 21-year-old or an 18-year-old, then yeah, that 18-year-old would be dating an old man. To put it in perspective.
It's just so stupid.
And somebody referred to him as a May-December relationship. No, this is like a Vietnam and the Desert Storm relationship. That's how many years.
Hey, December, no. No. Not quite.
Oh, man. So, Bill Belichick is 72, and this will put it in perspective for a lot of people. He's 72. This girlfriend is younger than my daughter, because my daughter turned 24 yesterday. And if my daughter called and said, "You'll never guess who I've been going out with." Who? Bill Belichick, the future Hall of Fame coach, Bill Belichick, the winningest coach in NFL history, Bill Belichick. I don't know what I would do.
What would you be your immediate reaction?
I would say, well, "Are you kidding?" I'd start laughing.
You would.
Because I would think, surely this is a joke.
Right.
But not if her previous boyfriend were in his 60s.
Right.
Or, then I would think, okay, well, she found her another old man.
Do you think after the reality sets in that it's not a joke, that you could accept that? Because it's making your daughter happy?
Well, I could accept it enough to have make sure I have a relationship with my daughter.
Right.
I wouldn't like it.
Right.
I wouldn't want to pal around with him. I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't want, especially if my son had a family and he had kids, then I wouldn't want my grandkids to think that I'm approving of that. So I wouldn't be over the top. Yeah, it's great, great to have you here. I'd be nice. I'd be cordial. I'd do whatever I had to do, whatever the lowest level that I had to do to maintain a good relationship between my daughter and me.
Right.
But other than that, no. And the thing about my daughter is that she knows that I would think it's creepy.
Right.
So, yeah, that's the only thing I would think of that I could do.
Just be cordial, civil.
Yeah, because I don't care how famous he is. I don't care how brilliant he is at football. None of that matters to me. It's the fact that my 24-year-old daughter is with a 72-year-old man. It's just not right.
Would you have anger? Would you want to I want to fight this guy kind of thing?
No.
Not really. It's just
no.
Embarrassing.
Because he's not, he's not a predator.
Right.
Like she's in it willingly and happily and all of that. So I'd pray about it a lot.
I would. I don't know that I could handle it.
Yeah, it would be so hard.
What would be what's the cutoff? She's 24 now?
Mm-hmm.
What's a not laughable age range? If she dated a 40-year-old, still crazy, right?
That's too much for my taste.
Even a 30-year-old?
Not a 30. I'd go 30.
You'd go 30.
Yeah.
Maximum.
Yeah. 30-ish. Because she's an old soul kind of person, so I don't really see her. Honestly, I don't really see her ever. I would see her being happiest with someone who's a few years older than
Just
she
a couple.
is. Yeah. But not 50 years older. That's a little much.
I mean, what the hell are they talking about? I mean, really? They bonded over philosophy and logic?
Yeah.
What the heck? I mean, what about this relationship is logical?
I know. I don't get it.
What's your philosophy on dating a guy in his 70s when you're 23? What's the philosophy there? The heart wants what it wants?
Mm-hmm. I guess. But knowing that he's at least the second old man that she's been in a relationship with, yeah, it's an issue with her.
Yeah.
And look, I know people come down on me if you want, because it's 2024. You're not supposed to say stuff that's not flattering. And who are you to judge? That's what people always say. I think that's the automatic shut down smart bomb of any type of criticism. Who are you to judge? Well,
anybody that sees that is
sure.
I mean, you don't need any credentials to make an assessment about a 23-year-old with a 72-year-old.
Yeah, and that it's a pattern with a young woman. Then she needs to she needs to talk to somebody.
I know it's a stereotype that those kind of women have daddy issues or whatever, but really, I want to talk to the dad. I want to see what's going on there.
No, that's not a daddy issue. That's a grandpa issue.
Right.
I mean, daddy issues means you're dating a guy that are married to a guy that's your dad's age because your dad wasn't there for you or whatever. Right. These guys are her grandparents' age.
Yeah. They could be. But I noticed that hasn't been brought up once in any of these articles. Like, her parents are thrilled about it. You know, sources say not a thing. So I'm wondering. I'm just dying to know. Because that would I think it would kill me. I don't have kids, but I think it would kill me.
But wouldn't it have killed you on the first one, though? That she already dated an old man? And how do we know that? How did that come out? Was he talking about it in the media?
Yes, he's talking to TMZ about it. So I'm sure somebody reached out to him. But when that happens, if you have any respect for your ex, just shut your mouth.
I don't want to talk about that. That was in the past. I don't want to talk about it. It's not good for anybody.
He's spilling the beans.
Is he American or is he foreign?
I think he's American. I could be wrong. I don't know, but his name sounded American. Yeah, he's giving all these details. We connected over this kind of thing, and we had this kind of relationship, and we stayed in touch. Just shut the hell up. That's not I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and you got to look at it like an old man that's dating, and she wasn't even 23 at that time. She was younger, probably barely legal.
Probably.
You got to figure that guy is an attention hog himself. Mm-hmm. You do that kind of thing for attention when it's that big of an age difference.
It's ridiculous.
You got to love the attention you get from it. So TMZ calls him up and he gets, an opportunity that he thought was gone forever to brag about dating a 20-year-old. Now he can do it again on TMZ. Yeah, I had a 20-year-old girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And now she's moved on from me to Bill Belichick. I mean, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Here I am connected to Bill Belichick. Look at me.
That's so funny.
Oh, God.
It's great.
People need to get to church.
Is that the answer? Start praying about this?
Yes.
Bill Belichick was married a long time, wasn't he?
I don't know how long he was married, but I don't think he was married to the last one that he was with for so long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they were just living together or something.
And I don't care how many times I hear that, he's really fun behind the scenes. I don't care. You can say it till you're blue in the face. I don't believe it. I don't think he's a bucket of laughs.
No way. Mel Brooks is probably a lot of fun behind the scenes.
Right.
He's in his 90s now or something.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be dating my daughter.
Exactly. It's still weird.
And what is it like? Let's say you are 72, you're dating a 23-year-old, and you really do have a connection with her, you really genuinely like her or love her or whatnot, would you make it a point to not ever be at a family function where her parents and all are there and everything?
Probably.
I definitely would.
Try to be as respectful and fly under the radar as much as possible when you're that old. You're clearly older than her parents.
God. Yeah, I wouldn't show up 50 years older than my, girlfriend or wife. And then just go, hey, just accept it. Here we are. Whatever.
I think you got to force a wedge in between her and the family if you want to exist as a couple. I really do.
Yeah.
I think you got to if that's what you want to do. I think you have to make her believe that her family doesn't care about her. And
like a cult leader would.
yeah, I think you have to. Because who wants to go to Thanksgiving?
But if you're that old, you're going to be looking for the peace that you're going to get when she goes and visits her family.
Without you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You'll be like, oh.
That's a good point. But she's not gonna want you to tag along? You think she can go to Christmas without you?
Yeah.
How
she
weird
would
is
have
that?
to.
You're having breakfast casserole with mom and dad on Christmas morning in your matching pajamas. You're 73. Shut up. You're an
sitting
idiot.
there, eating oatmeal.
See what Santa brought.
Wrapped in a shawl.
It's freezing in here. Maybe it's 82 in here. Oh, it's just awful.
All right. Well, we got to go. Thanks for watching and listening and doing. Love you. Bye.
Serving the world. It's TJ's podcast.